Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Well, just want to touch base with y'all, let y'all know that we're going to start doing some more cooking episodes, but we're going to switch it over to YouTube, and I'll post the channel soon. Periodically, I'm going to do some pop-ups of some exciting dishes, some simple things that you guys can prepare at home, step by step. You can shoot me some questions. You can request some dishes that you'd like to see me prepare. But periodically, as I cook, hey, in my domain, we're going to make this happen, so you guys can get the thrill of it as well, and enjoying some good fine cuisine at home on your table. Okay? So what I'm doing today is I'm doing a Rigatoni Pomodoro, which is a very basic, simple pasta. No cream, just a little garlic, a little fresh tomatoes, basil, fresh garlic cloves. I always use fresh garlic. I don't like to use chopped or any oil. I don't trade off garlic powder. Kosher salt, bayan, fresh ground pepper, the best. And the pasta that I use is the Rigatoni di Cecco. The Cecco has been one of my favorite brands. I've been using it for, I guess, some 30, 40 years now in restaurants and so forth. There's some other great pastas, but as a dry pasta, di Cecco holds up pretty well. It's got some good stability to it, and once it's cooked for rigatoni, the noodles don't flatten, so it gives the opportunity for some sauce and flavor to seep into the shell of the rigatoni. This is the rigatoni. Rigate is the rivets in it. So that's our rigatoni. See, it's a tubular. Okay, and I do have it cooking right now. It takes a little while to cook. It's not a quick cooking pasta, but I got some boiling water here with some oil and salt in it. Got my pan here getting warmed up, and we're gonna get started here. Okay, it's gonna be quick and easy. Something fine, something right. One thing about this dish is that you can kind of add anything to it, but it's going to be straight vegetarian right now. It's not gluten-free because this is not a gluten-free pasta. You can use a gluten-free pasta as well. You can use a wheat pasta instead of a white flour pasta. A lot of different options with this here. But I like the rigatoni. I've been dying for a little rigatoni. I've been dying for some pasta. I've been eating, kind of light and at the same time kind of hearty meals lately, and staying away from the carbs. But I feel like some carbs today, okay? Feel like throwing it down. So also I'm putting some red crushed pepper in it. So I got the actual dry pimentos, which I'll crush up myself. I like a little heat, okay? So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna drop a little oil in the pan, okay? In this dish I use a good amount of oil. Usually I know you see me cooking, I don't cook with a whole lot of oil, but I would say that's about 1/8 of a cup of oil, something like that, for one dish. And why I do that is because I want the flavor to permeate the garlic into the oil, as it hits the pan. And again, I like to do slices with this here because I want, I don't want to chop my garlic. I want to taste the garlic. I want to feel it on my tongue. I want it embraced and entangled in the whole thing. Okay? Entanglement. Remember that term, right? I use it too. So yeah, what we're going to do is some nice thin slices, sharp knife, and a lot of garlic. I love garlic. A lot of people don't like garlic, but me, food ain't food without garlic. It's just Anthony. Yeah, that's my thing. Still got some skin on this baby here. Okay, it'll be straight now. I'm gonna be doing some exciting recipes. What I'm gonna do is post, probably about 12 different recipes that I'll do periodically. Asian, Italian, French, vegetarian, some southern dishes, you know, whatever, from Louisiana, whatever it is, you know, just some fun food. And preferably some nice fresh stuff that we're able to get from the suppliers and the markets. Being the markets opening back up now. That's an exciting thing for us. Still got to be safe out there. But hey, the green market's opening back up, and that's awesome. You know, be able to get some good product. You know, we're going into the fall season, the holiday season, some good cooking going on. I'll probably do some nice southern country dishes, you know, cornbread and mac and cheese and my yams, ribs, you know, roasted. I might even do a roasted turkey episode. You know, I do awesome turkey. And I don't spend a whole lot of time cooking. I get in and get it done. I can flip it out. So I'm going to just show you, you know, some techniques of getting in and out of the kitchen, you know, and how to maneuver, you know, in a rapid pace. So again, here we got is our oil. Garlic's all sliced up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put half this garlic in to start with, because I also want, you know, as this gets a little translucent, you know, in the oil, I also want more of a raw taste too in part of the dish. You know, and that I do that in a lot of my cooking. You know, I leave some raw because I like garlic. You know what I mean? So I don't always want it standing out and cooked up and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, all the way through. So we just gonna let that permeate a little bit. You know, let it simmer in the garlic a little bit. See, we don't want it to burn. Just simmer a little bit in that garlic, and let that garlic get flavored, because all our flavor in this pasta is coming from the garlic, tomato, basil, salt, pepper, and the pepperoncino. Okay, everything. And then we're gonna grate some awesome Reggiano cheese. You know, block Reggiano. It's the best cheese to use when you're coming to use cheese in your pasta. Stay away from the grated stuff and the pre-shaved and shimmered stuff. Just get some garlic and get some Parmesan Reggiano and grate it yourself. Slice it. However you want to put it in. You know. However you want to execute the dish. So this garlic we're gonna put on the side. That's the garlic that we're going to put later on in the dish once we start tossing everything else in. And I pulled this off a little bit just to let it sit and marinate a little bit into the oil. Ferment into the oil. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these tomatoes. We're going to slice them down. Okay? I leave the meat of the tomato in. I don't de-seed it or anything like that. What I do is take a little bit of the core out. These are vine-ripe tomatoes. They're my preference. I mean, if it's a good Roman tomato season, Roman tomatoes are awesome. So from that, what I do is I'm going to get 1, 2, and I got 3 cuts, 3 wedges, right? And I take my tomato, boom, like so. And why I cut it like that is so that the skin and the meat of the tomato help hold the seeds and everything together. Tomatoes are pretty much one of the last transitions going into this dish. You know, oops, there we go, I dropped a few. It's a good dish, I love it, you know. That fresh tomato, garlic and oil and basil, boy, you can't beat that simpleness. You know, and if I had a nice bottle of Chianti, you know, we'd go crazy with that, we'd be straight, you know. A nice good wine, a rustic bread. Yeah, this is gonna be delicious. This is gonna be delicious. So I hope everybody's been fine and enjoying themselves and ain't been eating too much. I've been out of control a little bit. You know, I try to keep myself tight, but hey, you know, sometimes you just gotta eat what you gotta eat. So that's my tomatoes. I got a nice chunk, dice or quarter, eighths, or whatever you want to call them. And then here's my basil. What we're going to do with the basil is just relieve it. This is all fresh basil. And I like a lot of basil as well, because when it wilts and it breaks down, you know, you're gonna, you know, have a, you know, to lose some texture in this as well. So I do the same thing with this. I add some fresh at the end with the garlic and toss it last minute. So what we're gonna do is I'm not gonna spend time gathering it together, but basically we're just gonna take it and roll it up. Usually you can layer them and roll it up and make a chiffonade, but I'm just gonna do a quick, you know, chiffonade of let's say about 1/4 inch ribbons on the basil, okay? And that's right here, all right? And I think I'm gonna do a little bit more. That looks like it's gonna get lost in there somewhere. Nothing wrong with basil, boy, I tell you. Some good mozzarella, some good burrata. Okay, so here we go with that. So we got our pasta here. We're gonna see how the pasta's going. See how these noodles are working. They take a little time to cook. You know, we want it nice and al dente. We might be getting there right by now. You know, al dente is, you know, got a little bite to it. And we like a little bite to our pasta. All right, perfect. Time to run this down. We're gonna make this happen right now. So, we let garlic in. We're gonna turn this up. Our garlic is in. We're gonna pull our pasta. This is how fast this dish is. Okay? Let me get a little faster process here. There we go. I didn't even get a strainer. I should have put a strainer in here. But we work it out. So again, here we're gonna start this now. Garlic is rolling. We're gonna drop a little tomato in there. You know. Again, you know, I'm just gonna put some in the beginning just to break it down a little bit, you know. And then we put some at the end. And that's just my preference. I want the texture. You know, we don't want the tomatoes to cook. We don't want them to sauce up or anything like that. Right now, I'm just, you know, crushing up some red crust. Okay, we're gonna drop our pasta. Look at the tomatoes. Tomatoes, let me show you the tomatoes. They're not cooked down yet, but they're getting some flavor from that garlic and that oil. And it's keeping it real. Okay, we're gonna take our pasta, our rigatoni, drop in the pot, in the pan, whatever you can. Try to make sure it's nice and dry. You don't get any water in it. We don't want any water in this pasta. Sometimes we do put water in our pasta. So, but what we're gonna do now is we're gonna throw the rest of the garlic in. Okay? So it does cook a little, but it's still raw. You know, to a point. Okay? We're gonna throw that in. We're gonna scratch this red crust pepper in. Okay? We're gonna hit a little bit more of oil. Okay? We're gonna drop the rest of the tomatoes in. This is a fast dish, like I said. We're gonna toss this a little bit. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Woo! Get a little salt. Okay? A little pepper. Nice fresh ground pepper. You see where we at with this? See what's happening? You can just smell the flavors changing here. From the salt to the pepper to the basil to the, we're gonna hit right now. And them fresh tomatoes with that oil and garlic, killer. And this here is just a basic rigatoni, Pomodoro, basilico. You know, thought I knew Italian, huh? I got a little something in me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shave. See that? Delicious. You can throw shrimp in that. You know, you can throw chicken in it, whatever. But we're just doing straight vegetarian. And now we're just gonna shave a little pasta in, Reggiano. I don't want to grate it. You know, I want texture. You know, we don't have any protein in this dish, so you know, we want some texture in the dish. So I just use a vegetable peeler. Okay. And we don't want those tomatoes to break down too much. We don't want the pasta to fry, because this ain't chicken. Okay? This thing a licking, but it ain't chicken. That's what's up. Okay? A little bit more salt, get it right. Okay? Pepper. Okay? We ready to roll. Now that's a fast dish there. Okay? Can't get no quicker than that. Alright? We're going to finish it off with some pasta before we plate it. Okay? Oh yes, baby. I'm going to finish it off with this pasta here. The basil. And we're going to plate. And we got freaking dinner. It's all to you, nothing you do. Yes, yes. This is what's up. So hey, like I said, it was a light dinner tonight. 1, 2, 3. You can add anything you want to this. It's your preference. It's what you want to put in the dish. You know, just get busy. You know, just get busy. This here's our pasta dish for this evening. Bye. Beautiful, delicious. Okay, nice rigatoni, pomodoro, basil, garlic, parmesan. We threw a little kosher salt, ground pepper, slivers of garlic, oil, and we done. Okay. Great to be back here hanging out with you guys. Look forward to doing some more episodes. Look for our list of things that are coming up, and just watch me pop up on YouTube. That's how we're gonna do this. Okay. Peace out. Love you. Enjoy.